Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of the unboxing, and yes, I've moved us outside because I want to get better light on this amazing construction. So here we go, let's just take a quick look. When I last left off, we were looking at this amazing shaker page, right? It was that beautiful double spread. Let me just remind you what we were looking at, right? So we had these two beautiful butterflies. Okay, this one is translucent, it's so pretty, but she laid it almost flat, but still propped up on a foam dot, which is really remarkable. I had to look at this a few times because it was so well done. This butterfly was added seamlessly on a foam dot, and again, even though it looks really flat, it's not, it's dimensional. This is what I loved about this page. Okay, so layered up over a couple pieces of ephemera, layered up over like the sentiment and the cut apart. We have two butterflies seamlessly laid down on foam dots, so they're still dimensional, but they still also look flat. It's actually, this was quite remarkable. I think that Alisha, yep, she tacked down the wings of the butterfly to make that happen. It was so smart. And then adhered on here are these two amazing glittery dots. Ah, this page is so pretty in person. It's so pretty. But nothing beats the shaker page, folks. Look at this. Look, first of all, look at the gorgeous sequins mix. And this is what I mean about an expert creator, okay, who's so precise. So this gorgeous page of like the insects and butterflies, just one ticket and one bird, one hummingbird, and we have magic. We have magic, look. Right? Alisha would have overlayered this up because that's just my way. We all know this. Messy Alisha would have done this. Not neat, precise Alisha. Messy Alisha would have like done something more busy. But simple, precise Alisha, look what she does. Look at this. Ah, I will never be a precise maker. I love precise makers so much. I just will never be this. But look at it. Ah, I keep looking at this page. That's why we're outside. I'm like, you have to see this in the light. It's so perfect, guys. It's so perfect. And this sequins mix is amazing. It's like dark green, light green, iridescent-y blue, pink, yellow. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And of course she sewed the shaker. Of course she did. Of course she did. It's a gorgeous tool shaker that she then sewed. Because why not make it even more perfect if that's possible, right? Oh, I'm in love with this page. Every time I want to overlayer, I'm going to turn to this page, Alisha, and be like, remember Alisha, remember Alisha. And that will make me stop, folks. Okay, sorry, I got like so caught up in this book because I'm like so in love with it. It's so perfectly done. It's just so perfectly done. All right. Oh, all right, so look what we've got here. This is another example of precise creation. Look at this. One beautiful piece of ephemera, one beautiful piece, right? This is the piece. Over it is a beautifully angled, so it's asymmetrical frame in glitter. One piece of floral ephemera, one piece, one cut apart up top that says, celebrate the little things. Oh, or the big things, or the big things, or the big things. All right, so look at precise creation at work here, folks. Pay very careful attention because this is how we have magic. Magic. So here's what a really smart precise creator does. They take what is a contrasting color page, which is a simple pattern page. They contrast the color against, let's say, pink, but it has still the tones of the cut apart in the background. So she's blending patterns, but just very cautiously, very carefully. Then we've added another butterfly. This one's more dimensional. She didn't tack down the wings in the same way, so she wants it to look fluttery. Two simple enamel dots in the coordinating colors. And hooray, as the cut apart at the bottom. It's like color theory in a page. Again, expertly sewed, but of course there's a pocket, and it has a goodie. And it's a face mask, and it's a rose. I love it's called my real squeeze. Do you see this, everybody? Oh, yes. Oh, I'm going to be using this tonight. I so need it. This and the tea is what I needed last night. This refreshing water real type mask, as opposed to a fake type mask. I love this kind of writing. Real type mask, enriched with moisture from fragrant roses, leaves the skin smooth and radiant. Ooh, I want my skin to be smooth and radiant. Please say it so. But I love Korean face products, and this is made in Korea. I have to tell you, Korean facial products are the best facial products. They're the best made. And this is from Korea. So I'm super excited. Thank you, Alisha. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, sorry. I really do love, like, beautiful creations, so I get super excited. This is why I make, is because I love all this stuff so much, right? Oh, wait until you see this page. If you like Maggie Holmes, get ready to swoon. If you like Maggie Holmes, you're going to swoon over this spread. You ready? Da-da-da-da! Check it out. There's our bunny. There's our bunny in our houses, and it's dimensional. It's dimensional. Oh, yes, it is. All right, so as any good Maggie Holmes maker will tell you, this is the signature houses. We have 3 house cut-aparts. Put in front is the bunny. Didn't need a foam dot. Didn't need a foam dot to look dimensional because by placing the bunny in front, it looks dimensional. But then, why not add a nice thick piece of chipboard on top, which makes it dimensional without a need of a foam dot. So you see these little tricks? See these little tricks the experts know? You layer a piece in front. Don't need a foam dot. Looks like it's already 3D. Add chipboard, which is thicker. Now you got multi-dimensional. Then you have a smile thick piece up, and you did put that up on like a strip of, it feels like foam tape. It is foam tape. And then you have another cut apart, and she made this beautiful little flaggy, look at this fringe that she sewed at the top. Like Lily, she sewed it. Look. This is what mine will never look like because I can't sew. It kills me, folks. It just kills me. Because on here, the sewing looks so good, you know? It just adds that little extra something. It really does. It's just beautiful. And the Sweet Life, so that we have another kind of dimensional page. So this time she's used those like chipboardy, glittery, beautiful. By the way, these are nicer than our thickers. Do you see how glittery these are? This is why we're outside. Because I have a crappy camera and you'd never get that inside. Look at it. Woo, woo. It's like flashing lights. It's like neon, but in chipboard. I love it. So Alisha, you have to tell us, what is this chipboard? Like, what's the name? Is it also this craft stall? Because it's so good, guys. Look, that's why we're outside, because I wanted you to see it. Do-do-do. It's like neon, guys. It's so good. Over a cut apart, one clear piece from Flourish. It's Flourish. And instead of, she's just laid it really flat, but it looks dimensional because it's translucent. And one little butterfly carefully adhered. This is precise creation because you didn't want anything to take away from this, the sweet life, because that's the feature. And the second feature is this. And then she put a little sentiment which just says, I love you. Oh, I love you too. Oh, and there's another goodie. Oh, whoa. These are so pretty. Look. Are you ready? Can you see out here? See? Yes, you can. Even on my crappy camera. Look. I know. Look at them. They're so pretty. They have this like incredible cross-check dimension that's just really beautiful. Unbelievable. All right, you ready? Need I say more? Need I say more? No, no. Even the bird loves it. You know why the bird loves it? Because look at the Flourish page. We have the peacock. We have that layered against this beautiful tag. And for a little extra dimension, here's a lesson. A little bit of a tulle up top gives it that little extra something, something, folks. It really does, actually, in person. Like, it's necessary. We have a chipboard heart, another chipboard heart. Look how beautiful. And I love this corresponding black chipboard because look how it draws out all the black in here in the inverted way. And you notice, to give that even more attention, Alisha has put that on pink paper. That's because it draws out the green and the black. That's color theory for you, but it's true. And then this adorable little chipboard at the bottom that's kind of delicate and shabby-like. Really cute. I wonder where that came from. I don't think I've seen that. Maybe I have. I just don't remember, but I don't think so. Oh, and this is like an ad for Maggie Holmes. Are you ready? This is an ad for Maggie Holmes. I'm sorry. It just is. It's like the perfect deer on, this one she's layered up the way I like to layer up. She's just done a better job, guys. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to look at this one. Whenever I do instruction for myself, I'm going to look at this page also, because this is kind of what I love to do, but she's just done it really, really well. So it doesn't look messy, artsy like how I do it, but this is what I do. She just does it better here. Okay. Loads of ephemera loaded up on top of each other. So little pink on large pink on cut apart or ephemera of yellow. Then attach the leaves. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of ephemera. and then the deer over top is 7. This is what I do. It's just better done. So like 7 pieces to give it this, and she didn't, it's not all completely dimensional. She's left some of it tacked down in the back, so it's not too blah, 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 right at you. Instead, she just lets the deer sing on its own, and she's attached the ear on one side but left it loose on the other to give it a little extra dimension. So well done. Just a few enamel dots, one big one, 2 little ones, and then the together bling bling over a cut apart. Look, over a cut apart. So when I want to do all this like big layering, I'm going to look at something like this. I'm going to pull this out every time and be like, let's look at Alisha's and remember how it didn't look like what Alisha does with an E, but it was, and look how nice and elegant it looks. I mean, I'm never going to be this maker. Mine will always look like I've done this, whereas Alisha's is much more subtle. Notice, even though she does what I do here, it's very subtle. Just really it all blends together in the background and the deer sticks out. This is so perfectly done. Maggie Holmes, if you ever saw this, you'd be thrilled. You'd be like, I'll use this in my ad. Yes. Of course you would. Who wouldn't use this in their ad? And this is the last page. It's so sad. I know it's so sad. It's so sad. And she's taken the lemon paper and put up a tag, another ticket tag, a really nice size ticket tag, layered over another cut apart, layered over these really nice puffy stickers. They're really nice. Whoa, the enamel dot just came flying off, Alisha. Don't worry, I'm going to put it on. Don't worry. Don't worry, I'm going to re-adhere it with glue. I'm going to take it inside and re-adhere it. Do you see all this? Oh, yes. So pretty, all because Alicia's probably dragging her finger over it. And then the love up top is super dimensional. And it's such a cool sticker. Look at it. It's very vintagey. It's really cool. I don't know where she got that sticker, but it's super cool. And tucked inside, I'm so excited. Yay, it's a letter. I can't read this on camera. I'm just going to scan it quickly because I don't want you to... Oh, I love what you stand for too, Miss Alisha, Lovelettergeneration. 100% I love what you stand for. It's not just that you're an expert maker. You know, there are a lot of expert makers. And there's some really good Maggie Holmes makers. I don't follow everybody. I'll be honest. I follow people that I think are both gifted and amazing people. I know that sounds really pretentious, right? But it's true. And it's always subjective, folks. I choose people that I think are both gifted, and I also think, when I talk about the expert makers on here, there are other expert makers. There's tons. There's tons of really, really gifted people on YouTube. And I think that that's a blessing we have in our community. And the people I love the most are the people who are like these expert makers like Alisha, like Lily, who are amazingly talented. Clearly amazingly talented. Need I say more? Need I say more? But who more importantly are real people and who really like people and care about community and care about the people that follow them each and every day. You know, I've said from day one that Lily is one heck of a special person. I don't think I ever knew when I first met her the capacity she has for loving people. I just suspected she was good people. But she has great capacity, Lily, for loving people. She makes time when she has none. She squeezes an hour here, 10 minutes here, to make sure that everyone feels respected and valued. And I learned a lot from her and about how to operate a channel from watching a Crafting with Lily. And Alisha Lovelettergeneration is exactly like this. She is a mom. She has kids. Again, like not older kids like I have, like younger kids. Now her kids aren't like 2, as far as I know, because I've only seen one in person, but they're younger. And that takes a lot of effort. And she has a lot on the go. She has a relationship. She works. And she has time to make people books like this. You know, folks, this is so much work. Even if you're an expert maker, okay? So for someone like Alisha with an E, oh my goodness, this takes over a month. Over a month. But let's say you're someone like Alisha, it might not take you a month, but it takes a really long time. This doesn't happen overnight, you know? It just doesn't. Even when you're talented, it doesn't happen overnight. You know, you watch Alisha's tutorial, I told you those sequence boxes, which are so stunningly beautiful and so simple, yet so elegantly. Why they're difficult is because they're so simple. You know, if Alisha with an E did those sequence boxes, I'll do one just so you can see how different it would look. Alisha does it so elegantly, like one piece of cut apart, one roller skate, you know, and yet it looks like this. And you know what it looks like when she does those sequence boxes? It looks like this magic, right? I look at this and I think this is an expert maker. This is an expert, precise maker who just knows how to pick 2 pieces that say everything that I would need 10 pieces to say the same thing. This is why she and Lily are expert makers. They're expert, precise, gorgeous creators. And we are so lucky that they make time to give us tutorials. We are so, so lucky. Because, you know, like that tutorial that Alisha did the other day for the sequence boxes, but more than that, the card making one, where she showed us how she layers, and when she stops herself, I was like, girl, that was a huge gift to this community. Because most people don't think to teach you when to stop. And I keep coming back to that, not the second book I made for Danielle by accident. That one I did stop in time. But that first one, what happened was I needed to add that magnet. It started with the magnet problem. And so I wanted to hide it. And I didn't like the way that the chipboard pieces or my ephemera pieces weren't really hiding it effectively enough. So I used the flower. That threw off the balance of the book. So then, because I had this big honking thing in the wrong place, I wanted to offset it, which is how that butterfly ended up getting tacked up top. And I did not like it. It was way too much. When you take off the butterfly and the flower, it was much better. But I overdid it. And what I loved about Alisha is that she gave us a tutorial where she stops herself from making the exact same kind of mistake. And she talks about it. And so does Anne. And I think those are gifts, because most people won't even talk about that. I think that's the first video I've ever seen, the one that Alisha did, where someone talked about this business of overdoing it and how easy it is to do with layering when you're learning how to layer. And even when you're an expert like Alisha or Anne, they realize, oh, I'm about to overdo it. I don't want to overdo it. I got to stop myself. And especially because they're such precise creators, to get that lesson from them so we learn how to do this page is really a gift and so important. So, you know, here's Alisha. She's got a job, a marriage. You know, she's got kids at home that are younger. She has all these responsibilities, and she's thinking to herself, oh, everyone really liked that box. You know, it's not that hard to make if I show them how to do it. And she thinks about it, and she's like, okay, I think now I can explain it. And she made it so simple. It was just like Lily, like super simple, accessible. After watching it, I was like, I can do it. So that's a gift. So that's what makes Alisha really special, is that she, like Lily, thinks about you every time she makes a video. You know, there's makers on here that come on, they're like, I'm going to do a video. It has nothing to do with you, folks. Nothing to do with you. It has to do with their interest. Nothing wrong with that. It's still nice. It's still nice. We still learn from it. I'm still grateful for it. But there are special people on here that don't do that. That come on like Alisha because they think you'll learn something from it, not because she wanted to do that video. She didn't make you that video because it made her feel great. She did it because you love those boxes and she wanted to help you make them. So that's when you know that's a special person. The other thing you're going to notice that, like Lily, you notice that Alisha, like when I recommend someone, she'll go and she'll check that person out. I have no intention of her doing that. She doesn't have time to do that, right? But she does it. And she'll say, oh, thanks for introducing me to another interesting maker. And I was like, wait, you went and looked at that person? How do you have time for that? Like Lily, who has no time in her day, neither does Alisha. But she makes the time, right? And she comments. She'll go, and even if it's only 2 or 3 words, she'll let you know she's been there. And I'm like, how do you find that time for this? You don't have time for this. Right? Right. So Alicia's very special. Very special. And think about when I did that challenge where I was like, okay, tell me about how you got here. And she did that whole face-to-face video thing. And I was like, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And, you know, it always astounds me when we have expert level makers who do a lot of swapping, who do a lot of projects because they know it's a gift to us. We need it. We need to learn, right? I need to know how to make my pages look like the deer page. Let's look at that again one more time, please. Whenever Alisha is tempted to overlayer, this is what Alisha is going to do. Alisha with an E is going to go and say, oh, but remember this gorgeousness. You want it to be like this. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Instead of seeing together up top, I'm going to say, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. It's amazing, right? And, okay, so here's the other thing. So Alisha knew this would gift me a lot of joy, right? Because she knows I love things that people make. I like it more than getting a package of Maggie Holmes, folks. I'm sure you caught on to this already, right? This means more to me than 10 packages of Maggie Holmes Don't misunderstand me, Kathy. I'm very grateful for that carousel. I have wanted that since I started making, and I have never gotten it. I'm super grateful. But to see this I'm going to spend hours with all the time looking at. And she knows that. She knows that. So she has no time, but she makes this for me. No time, but this comes in the mail. In that amazing pizza box. Right? That's all I'm going to say. You folks know what I'm talking to about. You know exactly what I'm saying. I don't need to spell it for you. You're super smart people. You know. So I can only say thank you. I am going to treasure this for the rest of my life. And I am seriously going to use this as a making guide. Just like I use Lily's stuff as a making guide. I am going to use this. This is going to proudly sit up top and be like, every time, let's review the book. Let's review the book. Alisha, you have no idea how much joy this brought me. You have no idea. Ah! And I had such a crappy day yesterday, folks. Such a crappy day. Okay, I'm going to let you know the secret. I ended up in the hospital. And I had to spend the hospital overnight in the hospital. And it sucked. But I came home, and it's funny, I had picked up the packages, and that's why my husband's like, how are you not going to open this package? Because he figured it would occupy me at the hospital, and I was like, nope, nope, nope. I'm opening it online with my people, and I'm so glad I waited. I'm so glad I did not open this at the hospital. Can you imagine Alicia going, yay, Maggie, yay, Alicia, yay, Kathy, in the hospital? I would have been kicked out. Maybe that would have been a good thing, but no. This is amazing. I am so grateful to you. You know I'm grateful, but I don't think you realize how much this means. Maybe. And I so appreciate it. And it couldn't have come on a better day, folks. When I really, I needed something to make me feel a little bit better, this was it. This was it. And don't misunderstand me. It's not like the tag and the rosettes were not enough. That would have been enough to get in the mail. And that would have been a lot cheaper to send, Alicia. Crazy expensive. But I will treasure this for the rest of my life. I really will. Thank you. Folks, I'm at 22 minutes. I'm so sorry, but you know this. If someone's going to make this much effort and sew on every page and carefully think through every layering aspect, I got to show it to you properly. Plus, how can you learn from this if you don't see it up close? And who doesn't like looking at it? Come on, even you shabby people got to give it up for this one. This one's beautiful.
It's 3 o'clock.
And there's our man. As if he needed to come on and be like, yo, you remember me? Remember me? Yeah, every day. Okay. Thank you, Alisha. I love it so much. All right, folks, I am going to take a break, and then I'm going to come back and watch your videos. I'm sorry I'm a little bit behind. I was not home. I'm going to start watching. This was the most important thing this morning. I did some envelopes first to they gave me some medicine that made me a bit wonky, so I waited till that kicked out of my system before I did the videos, and now I'm going to go watch your videos. Thank you, Alisha, and thank you, Kathy. Thanks to both of you for making today so much better. Bye for now, folks. Give a big thumbs up. Give a big thumbs up for Miss Alisha Love Letter Generation, please. This took a lot of effort to make. Bye for now.